All right, I got some beef with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this guy will literally just not. He won't leave a good episode alone. He'll edit it and butcher it.
That's
until
what I
it's nothing
do.
But
Hey,
garbage.
that's what I do. Like a boss. Hit it, Hutch.
You know what it is now, boys and girls of the podcast world. Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to Until We Agree, the only podcast that is bringing back Like a Boss. I'm Matt. That's the other boss, Tyler. We're welcoming you back to Until We Agree, the only podcast that keeps going until we agree. Tyler, it's been a minute for us. Obviously, we release an episode every week, but we haven't talked in a while. How have you been?
Honestly, ever since the betrayal last week, I've been down.
I don't want to
bad,
hear
man.
it, man. Get over it. It's done.
I was betrayed.
It's done. I'm on a
by
tight
my
schedule.
co-host
Hey, I'm on a
of
tight
2
schedule.
years about.
Okay. Over, but yeah.
I'm saying about because
I
it's
guess it
near
can round
and
down. You're
around.
right. Yeah.
But
Look, hey.
I feel hurt. What?
Can I just say I'm sorry, and we're on a tight schedule, and please
You're
don't
sorry
say it
for
cutting out a lot of the funny things that you said.
and
'cause they
by
were
funny things
so funny.
specifically you
We're
are
not
talking
We're
about.
not talking about it because I don't have time to edit this week. I'm actually pretty swamped. So
Okay.
let's not say it. Don't say it.
I'm not.
Okay.
Because it'll just get cut out anyways. 'Cause you suck.
Look, hey. Watch it, bucko.
Just talk, man. What do you got? What do you got? Since you want to run this thing like the Navy, and by Navy, take out the V and make it a Z.
You've never done an honest day's work in your life.
Why don't you take out the V in Navy and put in a Z and tell me what that spells?
Nazy.
Because that's what you are when it comes to podcast hosting.
What does that even mean? Nazy?
Yeah, bro. I think you get the point.
Yeah, bro. Okay. Let's talk about something that's been going on the podcast recently, because this is insane. It's been 2 years. I think you and I can both admit this thing has grown a little bit slower than we both maybe expected it to, with how dedicated we've been week in and week out. And that's not the Rat Pack's fault. We love the Rat Pack. We're grateful for the Rat Pack. All we've ever wanted, though, is for the Rat Pack to just keep growing. Make this thing go nuclear. And I think we're getting to that point, I think, which is very exciting for us. Back in the day, maybe like once or twice.
I just accidentally opened. By the way, you're gonna have to cut my audio out there because I just accidentally opened some ad on Instagram because I was trying to check our growth here. So I apologize for interrupting with an ad on Instagram because this is not sponsored.
Right, not sponsored. We'll see what ad it was, though. If it's a good sponsor, we might keep it in to give them a little taste of some sweet ad reading, because I think we're getting close to that point.
There's a Simply Piano ad.
No, they're cut. But what's cool, I don't know why you're on Instagram to check our analytics, because we have a whole app.
I just opened my phone and Instagram was the first thing that popped up.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine then. But like I was saying, we've been growing like crazy recently, which is super, super exciting. So Rat Pack, new and old, men, women, web browser women. That's it. We don't have any web browser men, but we're grateful that you're all here. And back in the day, what we used to do is every time we got a new country listener, we would give like a whole rundown of everything. We talked about this last week. We got a bunch of listeners last week from new countries. This week we have like 3 times as many as last week. We are growing like crazy. We're going international, global. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to hit all of them. But once again, we have more listeners in Vietnam than anywhere else in the world right now, which is sick. So shout out Vietnam. They've been around for a while, but our listener base is exploding over there, which is really cool. But let me just scroll through and see if I can't find some new nations that are listening to us. Okay. I probably should have scrolled to the bottom. Pakistan, is that new?
I don't think so.
Okay, I didn't think so either. Okay, here we are. Here are the new ones. Tunisia, shout out Tunisia. Bosnia and Herzegovina, Shout out Bosnia and Herzegovina, Israel, Austria. New. Okay, we've had these. Okay, and then okay. Those are all been there.
I've never heard of this country before. It's literally Oman.
Yeah. Oh, Oman. They're called the peacekeepers of the Middle East over there. Great people over in
We
Oman.
haven't heard of them.
Shout out Oman.
Nothing crazy is going on over in Oman.
Kazakhstan, Guyana, Dominican Republic, Belarus, Algeria, Azerbaijan, the Republic of Moldova, not just Moldova themselves, Syria.
Yeah, the Republic.
This next country, fun little fact, used to be my second team I would play with on FIFA, from 2010 to 2014. Yeah, Ivory Coast, little Cote d'Ivoire. And this is a shockingly new one. Australia. Our first Australia listeners came in this week. So
it feels late. They feel like a late edition. They feel behind the game.
It feels like they should have been here because we love Australia and we're glad you guys are here. But you heard that. I'm sure we missed some more too. That's what's so crazy about this right now is we just have so many countries that we don't even know.
Uzbekistan before we hit Australia.
Isn't that insane? But
I mean, we're splitting around the Middle East like a plague, though. Like I don't know what's going on. It started early last year, and I feel like it was slow. It was slow, and now we're everywhere.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
We're all over the map.
And here's the thing: you don't want to miss this. You've heard it. We've laughed twice so far this episode. Who's doing that but us? Tell your friends. Send it around.
Not a single soul.
Send it to every country people who live there, and just keep talking about us. Give us a follow anywhere at Until We Agree. We're pretty much everywhere at Until We Agree. We've really cornered the market on those 3 words put together, which is really good for branding for us. So give us a like, give us a follow. People who haven't been around for a long time don't know this, but once we get to I can't remember what we said, either 5,000 or 10,000 followers across all platforms.
Let's make it 5.
Let's make it 5. We're going to New York City and we're doing a foot race on Times Square, 40-yard dash to prove once and for all. Because for those of you who don't know, we used to argue on this podcast all the time, hence the name Until We Agree. We're gonna put that argument to bed once and for all in Times Square, 40-yard dash, who's faster, foot race between Matt and Tyler. Thrilling stuff. Who else is doing this? Pardon my language. Who else is doing this crap? It's amazing. We love the Rat Pack. Hopefully the Rat Pack loves you, loves us, and we're moving on. That's enough. That's enough of that. How is the
trouble for?
What was that?
What'd you get in trouble for?
Okay, thank you for asking this. Yeah,
I kind of had your anniversary.
Yeah, it was my anniversary. Went.
Is it related?
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately,
I'm just gonna keep interrupting with questions right before you explain it.
No, please. No, that's classic. the way good storytelling works. Yeah. Yeah. So please keep it up. You're doing great. But yeah, so anniversary was last week.
Were you on vacation?
Yes, we were on vacation.
Okay.
Oh, no question. No questions like where.
No, not yet. Keep pushing.
Okay, so we were in Florida.
Okay, nice. What part?
Thanks for asking. Seaside area. Kind of the Panhandle, far west. Kind of the pipeline of people who vacation in Seaside, Florida is like everyone in Nashville, Tennessee, which is where I'm at. So I got to take my first little trip down there, which was a great time. It was just me and shout out my wife. Remember Kazakhstan, new listeners from Kazakhstan. You guys love Borat over there, I know. But yeah, so we went down there, and this is kind of where things got weird because I did get in trouble. But like what's so great about going, like one of the best parts here. I have a question for you now. What's one of like your favorite parts about going to the beach?
I hate the beach.
But like,
there's almost nothing good about.
First of all, that's not true. Me and you have been to the beach together, and you love it every time. We've been like multiple times, and I've at least interpreted that you've had a great time.
Okay, I hate the beach because of sand. I love boogie boarding, but if there was a way to do that without the beach, I would do it every day, all day.
Are you mad that you lost in beach football and on the sand there at my bachelor party?
Yes, because it's hard to lose, and it's even harder to lose on sand. Like, am I going to go? Now I have to go shake it out of my my trunks and my
nether regions
and my nether regions, and then still just have in the back of my mind that I lost. Imagine having to put socks on after you've been.
That was a you thing, though.
Around.
Everyone else was going no socks. You. That is we didn't talk about that, but you did. You wore tennis shoes with socks to the beach.
I think I may have made an error packing and just didn't have any like sandals or flip flops of any kind. And so I
The
think
choice.
that was on me.
Yeah.
But I do remember
Cool, man.
how bad it felt to have to put socks on. Because, I mean, of course, you do what you can in the little showers, but it's just never enough.
Mm-hmm.
By Lauren Allred, if you will. Never enough.
Yeah, no, yeah, we got it.
And so, but what I was going to ask you
Wait, isn't
before
that
you get back...
is that not the Wegovy? You know, like Wegovy, isn't that a Crohn's medication? I think it is. And they do.
Okay, don't play dumb about that.
No, I
do.
I know. I see the ads all the time. I get them, and there's so many.
That's like me saying.
No, I'm being
hey,
serious. I'm being serious.
No.
Please,
That's
go
like
ahead.
me. That's like me. That's like me looking at a Coke
Hey guys,
Zero
hey, before you
ad
say
and
this is
saying-
gonna be so funny. Whatever he's about to say, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that that's like me looking at a Coke Zero ad and being like, I bet that stuff's pretty solid. Like, yeah, I freaking love Coke Zero, like you love Wegovy.
No, I don't
You
use.
all know it.
I don't use Wegovy. But for those who don't know, I do have Crohn's disease. I don't like to talk about it too much.
Oh yeah, right.
But I can't remember. I see the ads all the time. And it's on Hulu, so I imagine they are Crohn's disease ads because that's all I get as like catered ads to me on Hulu. But I don't. But like, anyways,
When are we going to talk about your posh upbringing?
But have you heard what was that?
When are we going to talk about your posh upbringing?
What is that even?
It's like
Hey.
I know the neighborhoods you grew up in.
Yeah, go
Like,
ahead.
you
That was
were-
a good
you-
time.
No, you were grown up like royalty over there.
What does that even mean? What do you?
I was on a rural, tough side of town. but
we were 5 minutes apart.
yeah, and it's a tough 5 minutes. You probably didn't know.
You live right
Your
next to
chauffeur
our
probably
high
drove you past
school,
that.
our suburban high
Huh?
school.
No, but give me your best country accent right now.
Dude, I actually have a good country accent because
I feel like we probably both do. Just
I was
because
born
where
in
we grew
well
up.
I wasn't born there, but I was born in Jackson, Mississippi, and then I
Really?
lived for the first like 5 years of my life in a little town called Morristown, Tennessee, and I actually had a country accent until my parents moved me to Knoxville. That was one of like, the main reasons they moved me to Knoxville because they didn't like my accent.
Because you're twang.
Yeah, I go, hey mama, you got a little chicken on the grill for me? Hey
You
mama.
didn't say that. You didn't say that.
That's how you talk when you live in Morristown.
Did you actually ask her if she had chicken on the grill? They're like, what were we really asking?
That's what, dude. I was
See,
saying.
that's it.
I would say two things to my mom.
You're
I would
trying
say
to
two
make it
things to
sound
my
like
mom.
smooth, but we both know that like deep East Tennessee accents have a bit more like harshness to it.
Well, here's
Like,
the thing.
instead of because you're saying like, "Hey, mama," it'd be like, "Hey there, mama, you got some chicken on that grill?" Like that's more what we probably would be accustomed to hearing.
What we are accustomed to hearing. Yeah, no, I was like kind of in the molasses part of town though, you know.
What does
Like
that mean?
we had like bricks on our house.
you,
Things
you were
move-
saying it was an upstanding structure and not
Yeah, like
and not mobile in any way.
right. So like we talked a little bit smoother in our part of town. You know,
Right. So
you know how we were.
Listen, man. Can I say something right
And
now?
I've said howdy to Morgan Wallen. 1-to-1, man
you
on
haven't
man.
you have met Morgan Wallen.
He said howdy and I said howdy.
Where's Morgan Wallen from again?
He's from Gibbs.
Gibbs?
Right down the road. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
kind of the standard response. Hey, if you're from Knoxville, you're listening. You also just said to that, but yeah, no one else is gonna know what that means. Anyway, so I got in trouble. I got in trouble at the beach.
Oh yeah. What'd you do?
Okay, so like I was saying, what I was asking you, like, what your favorite, like one of your favorite parts of the beach is, and you said there's nothing, but then you said there were some things. I wanted to present one to you. Like one of the best parts about going to the beach is you can go to the bathroom anywhere, right?
I mean, technically, maybe not.
Right,
Not
and-
the best practice to be.
No, that's like
Advertising
no,
and
that's
preaching.
what. No, because you can just like it's easy to like get rid of.
And can I
when
say
you're at the
maybe like
beach.
this isn't the most relatable thing. This is like this is for the Wegovy crowd.
No, it's
Like
not. No, I'm talking
they're
about.
gonna relate to this.
I'm talking about
heavy.
I'm only talking about number ones. No boom booms.
So it's not dude's making boom booms in the ocean.
No, no one's making boom booms in the ocean. What I'm talking about is when you're at the beach, it's easy to go number one. You don't have to like find a bathroom or anything. You can just go number one because it's easy to
I
get
don't-
like it's easy
I don't
to
know
get
if you're
rid of number one.
supposed to do that. I don't know
Yes,
if you're
you are.
supposed to do that.
Dude, okay. Well, okay.
You're supposed to
You're
do
seeing-
it, or it's okay.
You're seeing. Okay. Well, now you're seeing why I got in trouble. I was under the
You went
impression.
to the beach.
I was under the impression that when you're at the beach, you can go to the bathroom in your pants whenever you want. And then it was our anniversary dinner.
This is
It
real.
was our anniversary dinner. And I go, oh man, I need to go to the bathroom really quick. And she said, okay, that's fine. And I said, no, I'm good. And she said, what do you mean? And I said, we're at the beach. You can go wherever you want. And she said, no, we're at a fine dining restaurant right now. And I said, but we're at the beach.
This is the joke you were setting up?
Yeah.
Well, ChatGPT does say that peeing in the ocean is generally fine. The ocean's enormous.
I think the
ocean's enormous. So it gets diluted.
No one's. I think you're the only one who's been questioning that.
Don't do it in crowded swimming areas. Okay.
And so, what does he say about a bathroom? What about a table at a restaurant about a quarter mile up from the beach?
Yeah. What about a table at a nice restaurant?
About a quarter mile north of the beach. Well, it was still kind of at the beach. It's more like at north of the shore.
A quarter mile, but it's north of the shore, but a quarter mile?
Yeah, like a quarter mile north of the shore.
North of the shore. No. Doing that at a restaurant is not okay. Once you're at a place like a sit-down restaurant, normal hygiene and public decency rules apply. Urinating at the table would be considered unsanitary, disruptive to other guests, and could you get removed or even cited for public indecency?
Oh, what's crazy about that though?
But it's in your pants.
Exactly.
But it's in your pants and or swim trunks, right?
No, I was wearing khakis.
Oh, okay. We'll keep it at pants. Still not okay. Even if it's quote unquote contained in your pants, it's unsanitary and very noticeable. You know how people have been able to gaslight ChatGPT into like saying it's okay.
Yeah,
I feel like I wonder if we can do that.
There's a path. There's a path there for sure. But what's crazy for me is this all happened, and at the end of the meal, they knew it was our anniversary there, and they gave us free creme brulee. Explain that, ChatGPT. Put that in there. Say that they gave us free creme brulee.
But the restaurant gave them
because it was their anniversary. Be sure to include that too.
Creme brulee. Because it was the anniversary. Oh, it's thinking for a long time.
Oh,
okay.
We've got him. He's in a corner.
Free creme brulee is a nice perk, but it doesn't change the rules of basic hygiene or public behavior. It's still unsanitary and disrespectful. It didn't smell, right?
Yeah, and I put saran wrap on the booth before we sat down.
Not smelling doesn't make it okay. It's still unhygienic. It's just water. It's just the water cycle.
Yeah. I think he's missing this one. Can't win them all, Sea-Dog. Good try. But we can move on. I thought you would at least laugh once during that. So if you laughed, leave a comment saying I laughed, and if you didn't, leave a question.
Saran wrap.
SARAN space wrap.
I saran wrapped my pelvic area.
No, booth, dude. Be serious.
And booth. Creative workaround, but it doesn't make it acceptable. Okay. I don't think we're getting out of this.
I think we're okay with where we're at with it. We'll leave it there. Next topic. Do you have anything for us this week?
Nope.
You're just you're chilling.
Because I figured it would probably get cut if I did.
Yeah. Okay.
No, actually, I did watch the drama last night.
Okay.
Zendaya and Rob Pattinson.
Mm-hmm.
Really good movie, actually.
Yeah, I've heard it's crazy.
I liked it a lot. I hadn't watched the trailer and didn't know what it was about, and it's not what I thought it was. Is all I'll say. I'm not big on spoilers. You can quote me on that, but it was good. I liked it a lot.
No
but
review.
Are you gonna plan on seeing it?
No review on Letterboxd?
Not yet. I'm thinking of one.
Okay, take your time, man. No, I do. I've actually heard good things about it, so I will have to check it out. So
you should
shout out the drama.
Drama.
Okay, the drama. Okay, that's cool. I have something else for you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so, kind of bad news I learned yesterday. We were talking. I was with some people. We were kind of standing in a circle, and we were talking like the meaning of your name, basically, like the origin of your name.
Specifically
not
mine?
yours specifically. No, these people didn't know you. Brittany
Because
knew
it's
you.
mine is like to tile, a person who tiles.
Right, yeah. And so that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to let you know that like your name just stands for tile maker, which is crazy.
Yep. And yours is like
Brittany's,
to be walked on, a
no.
pushover to be walked on and trampled on.
Hey, Matthew. My name is Matthew. That you're thinking of Matt.
Oh.
So Brittany, we found out kind of crazy is Brittany is just one who's from Britain.
Really?
Which is tough for her.
She's not from Britain.
She's not. She's actually like mostly Korean, which is kind of crazy. But you know, that's good for them. But yeah, so you're a tile maker. That's what
Yes.
Tyler stands for. Brittany is one from Britain, and my name Matthew.
Wait, can I guess? Can I actually guess?
Yeah, please.
Matthew. So if we're gonna break it down, Thew means something. The son of Matt.
That's your guess.
That's all I got.
You took 14 seconds of air time for that.
And I think I put a good guess together.
No, so yeah, I'll just tell you. So your name stands for a tile
You've
maker.
already said, yep.
Brittany's was one from Britain. Matthew, my name is gift of Yahweh. And if you don't know what Yahweh is, that means gift of God. So we have your tile maker.
Okay, so
Brittany is one from Britain.
Starting to sound a bit self-righteous, actually. This segment,
craziest
I'm
thing.
not liking this segment.
Crazy thing. My name stands for gift from God, which is shout out. Hey, you know, keeping 100 like a boss.
So, hold on. Sorry, I'm asking what ChatGPT thinks of this.
Yeah, this is a good use of our time. We're exploding. We're going international. We've hit almost every country in the world at this point, and we're taking our time to talk to ChatGPT live on the podcast until we agree. You're not getting this anywhere else. Tyler, take it away.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, it basically says it comes down to behavior. Things like ignoring boundaries, making people uncomfortable, or saying stuff that's out of line. That's worth addressing, especially if it's affecting you or others. If you want to handle it without blowing things up, keep it simple and
Did you look up
call it specific?
Did you look up the definition of like a narcissist or something?
No, I said, well, to be fair, I said, what does the name Matthew mean? And then they said, the name Matthew comes from the Hebrew something, something, gift of something, something, something. And then I said, he's a creep though. and then he started giving me some tips to handle creeps.
Do you want to improv it really quick?
With
I'll
you?
be me for how you perceive me, and you be you and how you're going to handle it. Just me being
okay.
me.
Yeah, just make any comment that you would normally make.
Hey man, good to see you.
Hey, that comment you made earlier was weird / uncomfortable. Don't talk like that around me. I'm supposed to see how he responds because someone worth keeping around will adjust and not double down. So we'll see how this goes.
This could really open my eyes, but I also don't think I was being a creep. I'm actually going to double down on the fact that I wasn't.
Oh no, he's doubling. We gotta figure this out. He's doubling down. So there's a few possibilities, I guess. He's socially unaware. Okay, so I told you that wasn't cool. If it keeps happening, buddy, I'm not gonna hang out.
Okay, and where's the punishment there?
That's
What's my motivation?
It says, I'm not gonna hang out.
Oh, you got me.
It does say though a low drama option is to reduce contact and stop engaging when he acts that way.
Me because you're actually the creep and I'm stopping engagement.
Listen, there's only one creep between us two, and it's the one who's.
Dude, you're the worst. You're the worst. Welcome back to Until We Agree. I'm not even going to do an editor Matt cut there. We just had to do a big cut because Tyler disrespected me, frankly, your time and everyone's time by making an obscene, vulgar, inappropriate assumption about me.
Name one more adjective about the assumption.
Dirty.
Dirty. Well, you know what I think's
Untrue.
dirty? You know what I think's dirty?
Unfounded.
You know what I think's dirty?
If you do it again,
No, genuinely. Do you know what
Okay.
I think's dirty?
no, tell me then. If you're being genuine.
I thought I was gonna be for a second, but then it'd be so much funnier to just say the. All right, I'm done now.
All right, he's done. He's done. There was another cut there. You missed it. I'll probably do that little fun little censor bar everyone loves so much.
Everybody
But-
loves that because they assume I'm saying. The worst part is, I feel like if people found out what we were talking about here, they wouldn't even be that. Like it wouldn't. Nobody would care.
Yeah, they would, and that's why it's cut.
It's
You're
not
saying
that
the
bad.
worst thing anyone's ever said, frankly.
Oh right.
And it's disgusting, and we're not having it here. We're going international. So
It's a word no one's even heard before.
yeah, something like
That's
that.
how bad it is.
Yeah. Okay. I found a little relationship advice story to bring us home today. I found.
Are you gonna read it?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Uh-oh, buckle up.
Oh no. Yeah, I found the title pretty funny, and so I don't really know what all it entails, but the title seems pretty good. Okay. So this was 1 month ago, so this is fresh. My partner, 34, female, quote, quiet quit our relationship, and I, male 37, need closure. He's bringing
She's
corporate
been using
jargon.
the mouse. Yeah, she's mouse wiggling on the
He's mouse
relationship. It's
wiggling to
crazy.
the team's channel of his heart. That's so sad.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Okay, so I'll start reading here. And again, like Tyler
Uh-oh.
said, bear with me. First time.
Hold on. Say, let's take that one more time. Say you're gonna start reading again.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna start reading now. Was that a gulp?
It was a very loud gulp.
A big old gulp. Okay.
A big old gulp.
Okay, here we go. My partner quiet quit our relationship. Okay. We had been together for approximately 4 years, engaged for the last year, bought a house, had big plans to ride off into the sunset together. It was the best 4 years of my life. We were absolutely crazy about each other. She didn't break up with me until I forced her to make a decision because she was quiet quitting, quote, in the last few months, i.e., more corporate jargon, being distant, cold, not engaging. She never had the gall
I
to
thought they were
actually do
engaged.
it. What?
I thought they were engaged.
Oh, good catch. We have a moron writing again. Classic relationship advice.
Yeah.
Guy can't write
There's
or
a pattern
read.
here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, she was not engaging despite him saying they were engaged. She never had the gall to actually do it. So instead, she just became a bad partner until I had to begin the discussion. I'm absolutely devastated. New paragraph. I can see why she became unhappy. Oh, gee. I became busy at work right after we bought the house. Quote, parentheses, it's a fixer-upper. With my job in the house, I will definitely admit that I neglected the relationship, but never to the point that I was a bad partner. I know, I had one little stutter.
Wait. No. I'm
Oh.
not talking about that. I'm just talking about like that directly contradicts the very next sentence. I neglected the relationship,
Right.
but not to the point that it hurt it. Like that doesn't mean, hey pal,
Hey, buddy. Oh,
I found your issue.
Yeah, you actually were being being bad. Okay. I'm sure the girl will do nothing excusable in this. We're on her side. Let's keep reading though. In my mind, it was just a tough time that we had to work through, and I was happy to do it with her. I took it all on. She claims she stopped asking to do things together because I would always say no because I was too tired at the end of the day. She claims that our life goals don't align, but she never really communicated what hers were. Mine were to get married and get a house. Kids were always a question mark for both of us. She always said she wanted to travel. She went on 3x tropical vacations last year, multiple European countries the year prior. I thought that box was checked for her.
Did he not go?
I guess not. Getting
Okay.
sketchy. Last November, she went on a trip to French Polynesia. Don't have one of those yet,
no.
but I would love to get a Polynesian in the Rat Pack here soon. And then met up with me in the Caribbean for a friend's wedding. December was great with all the Christmas parties, but once that subsided, I began to notice that she was on WhatsApp a lot. Oh,
This is
maybe she did do
this
something
is looking
wrong.
scary.
Okay.
There's a French police.
Oh,
Ooh, welcome back to Until We Agree. So we had to cut there because Matt said.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm keeping. Hey, everything just got kept in, so nothing nefarious happened.
No,
that's crazy.
French Polynesian is in her DMs. That's all I was trying to say, and then you said something disgusting.
Stop. That's garbage. Okay.
And now, yeah. Even if it may sound like it's perfectly no cuts, but I promise there was a cut because Matt said something, the worst thing I've ever heard, actually.
Dude,
so hashtag Matt
Stop
Howard is
this.
over party.
Stop trying
hashtag Matt Howard is over party. Okay.
Enough jokes.
Let's get past this.
No one's saying anything bad on this podcast. We're all just making jokes here. Okay. Turns out she has been talking with a guy she met in Polynesia 3 times or more a day. Text, calls, ...
Ooh,
I never thought
like
she was. Yeah, I don't either, man. I never thought she was capable of cheating, and I honestly don't think she did. I just find it absolutely wild that she wouldn't talk to me about trying to fix stuff before she started considering talking to another man so much.
Isn't that cheating though?
It is.
I mean, like not like. Yes, there's more aggressive levels of cheating, but I mean,
it's
WhatsApping
cheating.
Another French Polynesian man is that's cheating.
Yeah, that's what I always say too. Yeah. We're separating, selling the house, etc. I've never been so heartbroken in my life. I've worked so hard for our shared life and she just wants to chase butterflies. I need closure, though. Why couldn't we work it out before it got bad and the damage done? Maybe I'm just ranting, but I'd like to know anyone else's similar input and experience. That's the end of it, but there already is an update. Update? New information has been obtained proving that she did in fact cheat on me. It's not funny, of course. No closure required. Onwards, I guess. Big thanks to those of you who provided similar experience and input on moving forward. Your thoughts are much appreciated. That's it. How do you feel?
I hate to say it, but like this guy sucks, and I see why she cheated.
Jeez. I mean, yeah.
Just the way he typed this up, I just can't stand him.
Yeah, here's my thought on it. I had to go quick here because I did get a text saying dinner's ready, which is like the best news of the day. So I'm just gonna say tough, man.
Maybe it was the fact that his life goal ended at like where they were at. Like they were one baby away from his life goals being fulfilled.
Yeah, maybe let's get a hobby or something.
Let's get a hobby or 2.
Yeah, why not?
And, Whoa, what were you about to say there, big guy?
Nothing, man.
3?
It's all yours.
3 hobbies right now?
What are you saying?
What were you going to say? Were you going to say 3 hobbies?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't get it done yet. Sentence had just started. I didn't know where it was going.
I think we can both agree.
Yeah.
That she cheated.
She cheated.
Like a boss.
A boss. Okay. So true. Q&A time.
What a great episode.
Great episode. Probably one of the best ones yet. Q&A time. If you want to leave a Q&A question, leave it anywhere. Leave a comment on Spotify, anywhere you're listening, on Instagram. Email us at, I don't know what our email is, but it's on Instagram too. Text Tyler, or just find us in the wild and we'll get you live on air. So, like we said, also, if you're from Vietnam and you're listening, you want to come on the podcast, since you're such big fans over there, we want to have you on. So send us a DM or something and we'll get you on the podcast if you're from Vietnam. Okay, this week's Q&A question comes from Kim. And Kim asks, which is better, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, etc., or Google Docs, Slides, and Sheets?
Is that a real question?
That's the real question.
No, I'm just like, does anybody actually think that the Google Suite is superior in any way? The only thing that's better about it is that it's free.
Right. But like when you're doing like jobs, like here's the thing. If your job is paying you, here, let me say it in a country accent and then we'll get out of here. If your job over here is paying you to make Excel spreadsheets,
if
and
you got that
send
darn job,
emails, if you got that darn job and you're sending emails on anything
and
except for
giving
Outlook,
you some money,
yeah, some cold hard cash, some greenbacks. That's just what they say over there.
Over where?
The east, bro.
The east
and the south. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah, it's Microsoft.
Huh? No.
What?
Wait, yes.
Okay. Hit it, Hutch.
Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
What are you doing for dinner tonight?
Chili like a bow. What are you doing for dinner?
Chicken like a bow.
We're so back.